Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Taurus in the season of Libra. So what that means is this is a reading for when the new moon enters Libra on September 28th, and it stays there until the new moon, or when we are in Libra season until the new moon in Scorpio around October 28th. So just a reminder for my Taurians out there, Libra is ruled by Venus, so it is the planet of love and relationships. It's an air sign, and it's ideal. It's an ideal time for starting new friendships, romances, or joining some kind of group. It's also a great time to evaluate what you need to do to initiate as far as or regards to relationships, what you need to do to stay in balance or how you can find more balance in your life, and how you can help others in need. Now, I have shuffled these cards off camera, so this is going to be a 6-card reading for Taurus. So Spirit, please tell us what Taurus needs to know. What messages do you have for Taurus for Libra season? For those of you that are new to my channel, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment as well. I love to hear how this plays out in your lives. For those of you that are returning to my channel, please know that I love you so much. I appreciate your comments and all of your support. So I'm sending you a shout out and a virtual hug. I really, really appreciate it. So let's go ahead without further ado and let's see what messages Spirit has for Taurus for Libra season. So the first card out here is where can I bring more harmony into my life? Now this is the Moon card. This is definitely our Pisces card. We've got the fish up here in the full moon. Those of you that are working with laws of attraction or maybe even manifesting with the moon, you really want to pay attention to what happened to this last full moon in Pisces. When was that exactly? It was just a few weeks ago. So please do check and see what was going on in your life, what resonates with you with what was going on in your life in the full moon in Pisces. You may be manifesting something. So whatever that might have been, whatever was happening in your life is going to be really important, and it's going to be really key to bringing harmony into your life. The moon is a time of darkness. Sometimes people see it as a nightmarish sort of time when you can't see everything that's going on. I don't. I love this card because anytime you've been out in nature, and it's dark and there's no electricity, and if there's moonlight, all you have to do is let your eyes adjust and then you'll be able to see. Okay, so that's the message I'm getting. Let your eyes adjust and you will be able to see anything and everything. And if you do feel some sort of nightmarish undertone or overtones to this, just remember, no matter what is going on, that it's all going to end, right? And I don't mean that in some apocalyptic way. I mean that more like, nightmares, you wake up from them. They're not real. If you hit a rough patch, that's not forever either, okay? We all are in charge of our own destiny. And things might not be what they seem, So again, we might have a little distorted view of a person, of a relationship, of a situation. Maybe we're getting frustrated and trying to bring in abundance and love and relationships or material wealth into our lives. And, it's also, I'm getting this message from my Taurians, don't get down about it, okay? Make it, harmonize with it and with the changes and things, and just wait until things are really clear for you. What can you do to balance your emotions? 4 of Pentacles. So here I'm getting that you've really been holding on tight to a relationship or to emotions or to money or to ideals. And the message here is, what you can do to balance your emotions is release. Share, okay? Don't hold on so tight. You might be clinging to something that, that you don't really have a clear picture of or a realistic picture of. If you're worried about finances and maybe you're hoarding and you're holding on, it can really create headaches, stomach aches, back aches, and that sort of thing. So the message here is release some of that, spread some of the wealth. Again, that's one of the principles of the law of attraction. If you make a sacrifice in the universe will give back to you. So you do have to release before you reap some of those rewards. All right, now we have the Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of earth energy. So we do have this Pisces water energy in the first card we pulled. And then I have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn coming out in these other two cards. So how can you create more beauty in your environment? Wow, look how beautiful she is. She's really focused on her work. She's focused on the day-to-day. She's focused on the beauty that she creates every day. So it's in the little things, Taurus, that you can do to beautify your home, your life. Make sure you're enjoying every step of the way, especially if this is whatever it might be. If you're trying to attract something, enjoy the journey, enjoy all of the steps. If it's your job, make sure that your job is meaningful, or find meaning in the work that you do every day. And also I'm getting, practice the gratitude here as well for all that you have. Because if you do have work, then that probably means you have a roof over your shoulder, you have food, maybe you can get a beer if you want one, if you even care to drink. So this is, there's a lot here that you can do to make your environment beautiful. I'm also bring plants into your environment. Bring plants and flowers into your environment to just sort of make the air more fresh, and to just to be more in contact with nature. Even if it's just like a basic, pothos potted plant or a fern. It doesn't have to be anything wild and crazy. You don't have to become, a master gardener. But, bring a little bit of life and fresh air into your environment. The next card is what will help you feel at peace. I can't remember if this was Sagittarius that came out this card in the exact same position. If so, you might want to just go back and check that reading as well. The Nine of Cups are all of your wishes coming true. And what's going to help you feel peace is whatever you've been asking for from universe. And I did sort of start to get this manifesting energy here. Whatever you've been asking for, the universe has heard you and is going to grant your wishes. So please, Taurus, be at peace with that. There's divine timing at work. There is a divine plan for you. You can focus and you can do the day-to-day stuff, but remember, you can't micromanage, okay? You can't micromanage the outcome, but you can just do your part, okay? And the next card out is how can you form strong bonds with others? This is the Star card. This is Aquarius. I love this. You might also want to go back and take a look at my Aquarius reading, Taurus. It was pretty phenomenal. But the Star card is all about hope. It's all about rejuvenation. It's all about, some of you might have been going through a dark night of the soul. And this is the card that comes out to say, but, all the shadow work you've been doing, all the work you've been doing is really going to pay off. Stay optimistic. Okay, it's going to help all the, like, peeling back the layers, think of an onion as you peel off the skin and the different layers. Going through the dark night of the soul is like peeling back the layers of you and sort of like all the muck, all the muck that we've sort of picked up along the way. And, this is really going to benefit you in your relationship with others. I also get, because this Libra season, we are supposed to also focus on how and where we can help others who are in need. This is really helping strangers regardless of what they are like, especially people who are poor. I'm getting, Taurus, like you should, really pay attention, really be mindful of people that might ask you for, some change, or someone who might ask you for a glass of water, and be that person, okay? Whatever you give is going to be returned tenfold. And finally, this is what is your highest intention for your relationships. This is the Five of Swords. Wow, okay. So the Five of Swords is often a little bit of like disappointment. It's a little bit, it's kind of a weird energy to come out as, what's your highest intention. But, and here I'm getting, this man, he is in the five-pointed star. And he's focusing, in the five-pointed star. So the whole idea of the pentagram, when it's upright, is the human body, okay, with the head up, the arms out, the legs, okay, that makes the 5 points. And that's really like, that's also, it's crown chakra work. It's using your intuition. Here, he has made a very, very, very concerted effort. He has put all of these swords just right through these flowers, getting to the heart of the matter, being really honest, taking some time out. Okay, he's taking some time out after you know, after maybe there was a dark night of the soul here, but he's taking this time out to really reflect. He's laid himself out. He's completely vulnerable, and I think that you're going to feel really completely vulnerable, and I think putting yourself in, showing your vulnerability is going to be really, really great for your relationships, and seeing other people's vulnerability and offering them the help and the guidance and the, you know, and the glass of water that they might need, the proverbial glass of water. Okay, and that's what I'm getting from this Five of Swords cards, that you might, you know, things might feel or seem really bleak, but you have, you know, it doesn't mean, you know, he's not running around frantically looking for shade. I mean, there does look like there might be water in the background, I'm not sure, but he's not like frantically looking for water. He's not frantically looking for, you know, for shade. He's sort of embracing the environment no matter what it is. And you know, bulls, you guys, the Taurus is so strong. You know, there's a messenger, one of the spirit guides who comes in as a horse, and the horse is to tell you to prepare for any time, no matter the weather. You know, the horse is going to take you from point A to point B, and they're going to do it fast, and they're going to be so strong about doing that. And I'm really getting that. I'm really channeling that for you guys, for Taurus. I mean, bulls are also the same. You know, a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain, none of that's going to stop a bull. But here he's just really, he's meditating. He's, you know, he's at peace. He's really got, you know, he's laying on top of the pentagram. You know, he's one with spirit. He's one with the universe. And I think that's actually a very beautiful, beautiful intention for your relationships, and that vulnerability and just being stand up, you know, pun intended, he's laying down, right? All right, so your overall energy here is the Four of Cups. This is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy. This is all about luxury. This is all about, you know, sometimes you're a little bit misguided. You're focused. You might not be focused on all the blessings that you have. This man, he lives a life of luxury. You know, he's got horse. He probably has cattle. He has this really nice home. He's got this carafe of wine, all this delicious food, you know, and he can chill out by the pool. He doesn't have to be working, you know, in the fields to, you know, it's like he's probably has an inheritance, or he's, you know, made millions already, and he can sit back and relax. And that's the message. Like, he's not focused on the he's not focused on all of the blessings that he does have. And again, you know, I'm going back to, there was something about gratitude that was showing up when I was channeling the energy for this card. And this is all about being grateful for what you have. And for those of you especially who are trying to manifest, for those of you that are trying to manifest, for example, you know, gratitude is going to be one of the biggest steps in that journey. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'm going to pull a few more cards for Taurus. What energies will help us along our journey? What energies will help Taurus in their journey through Libra season? Spirit, what energies? There we go. Sorry, it just popped out, the Desert Prince. What was I talking about? Look at this. Same person. Look at this. I love that. Thank you, Spirit. It's beautiful. 1 and 9 adds up to 10. 10s are completion. It's, you know, it's you going through kind of a little bit of a hard time here. Okay. But you're going to get so much from this journey through Libra season. Survival and false promises, okay? So false promises. So remember how I was talking about in this card, this person looking for an oasis? If you spend your time running after every oasis, remember a lot of those are just illusions or optical illusions, especially when you're in the desert. So taking some time out, relaxing, focusing on your own intuition and how you're going to survive is exactly what this card is doing. This Five of Swords in the desert. The Desert Prince is your ally. He is going to show you the way. He is like, okay, the desert, everything might look the same. You might be thirsty, you might be tired, you might be sunburnt, you might feel like you're delusional, but I am here to show you the way. I'm also here to cut out any false promises, okay, and show you the way. If somebody has been if somebody hasn't been honest to you, or maybe in a relationship or maybe a job, and also yourself, don't make false promises. You know, if you're manifesting, you know, maybe you're not going to manifest $1 million over a weekend. Maybe you are, you know, I mean, you know, whatever it might be, but that's just sort of an example. But he's going to cut away the false promises so that you can see very clearly. And this is very good with the Moon card, because something here you can't see very clearly. Something here is not what it seems. And the Desert Prince is your ally. He's here to show you what's true. And that something is going to come very clear to you, my dear Taurus, in Libra season. Okay, so since Libra is ruled by Venus, love, and relationships, I'm going to pull the romance angels for Taurus. Please tell us, what other messages does Taurus need for Libra season? What other messages does Taurus need for Libra? Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yes, okay. So again, false promises. You've been holding on too much to something. In this card, it might be a relationship. Could be a business partnership. It could be love and romance. Okay, but again, things aren't really what they seem. It's really important you focus on the day-to-day stuff. You focus not on the destiny, but on the journey. Okay, and the Desert Prince, he's going to help you get through this, but it's very, very important that you put yourself first in this situation. Okay, Spirit, what other messages do we have for Taurus? I'm going to take it because it's falling out and I can't get rid of it. I was going to shuffle, but nope, Spirit's saying, nope, this is your card. Victory. Can you just look at her? How beautiful is this card? 8 and 2 is also adds up to 10. 1 and 9 adds up to 10. I mean, you've got a lot of 10s here. There is a little bit of 5s in here. You know, 2 5s equal 10, but 5s are a little bit of strife, a little bit of discontent, a little bit of change. But that's okay because you've got what it takes, you know, and Spirit is here to help you through it. And you also have the Desert Prince here to help you through it as well. So never fear, my dear Taurus. Taurus, not tourists. All right. Yeah, and maybe you are just tourists during this period. You know, you're just passing through. You know, this is something you're passing through. Again, it's kind of like, you know, in a nightmare state or in a dream state. You know, you're just passing through. You're not here forever. Interesting. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, and my candle just went out. I just got this big like puff of smoke. I don't know if the camera caught that, but thank you, Spirit. Love it. Okay. Taurus, Spirit, please tell Taurus what other energies will help them in their journey through Libra season. What other energies will help Taurus through Libra season? Bridget, yeah. Awesome. Inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have power. Really nice. So I think that, you know, Taurus, you might have felt like you were giving your power away. And I get that, you know, things were a little bit sort of wonky for you. But, you know, you've got it. You just have to dig down deep. You know, you're going to get through this, you know, this desert crossing. You might have a few bumps and bruises. You might come out a little bit dehydrated, but nothing, you know, a saline pack or an IV can't help you with. It's really not that bleak. I'm only being facetious with you, Taurus. Yeah, so you're going to move back to wholeness. This is going to be the completion of a cycle. Again, you've got these 2 10s popping up here. So you needed to go through this. You needed to learn. And if it is a relationship, you know, it really, you know, there's a reason that this is happening. There's a lesson that you needed to learn or relearn here. Okay, but just stand in your power and you will. I mean, you'll be victorious. Just remember not to run around like a chicken with your head cut off when things are really tough and you feel like you need a drink and you need shade and you don't go running after all of these oases. Okay, maybe it's time to sort of center, go within, find your own power and don't go chasing, you know, these fantasies or don't go chasing ghosts either. Okay, Taurus, this is actually a very, very awesome reading. You know, I've really, really loved it. I hope you did too. So go ahead, if you haven't, give me a like, a thumbs up, share the video if that's what you like to do, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel, the red button down there, and I hope to see you guys again soon, and I love you all. Have a beautiful, beautiful Libra season.